Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Just my mic had fallen off, so we're getting ready for our last show of the year, and we are glad you were with us. We got a cool show today. I really enjoyed putting this thing together last night. Let's take a look at our weather first, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and hard-working crew up there taking care of our warm needs this weekend. Listen, it's going to be a high. It's funny how it's changed, but right now I'm calling a high of 39 and a low of 19. That's here on the coast. You folks inland, all my buddies up there, y'all, it's going to be cold. It's going to be a lot colder than that, so I know y'all been watching the weather. Water temperature dropped below 65. It's right at 64.3, so I told you about 2 weeks ago it's going to really start going down, so here we go. Now take a look at our river readings brought to us by Mountain Dew. I want to say get outside and do, but I don't know what I want to say about this weekend, but Mountain Dew, our sponsor here. I put our score at Bluntstown 7.7 and level off. The Choctawhatchee at Carabelle, it's right at 7, and it's on the rise a little bit. It's going to level off a little bit around 7 for the weekend. Now, our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. What a strong tide today and tomorrow. Look at that. 741 this morning is low. Coming in about 9 o'clock tonight. And we got the wind, though, is coming out of northwest. It's right around 17, but it's going to taper down to 12 later on this afternoon. But it's going to be blowing. But out of northwest, so it's going to hold that tide back a good bit in all of our bay systems. Looking at the fish and game times today brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers, good folks down in Port St. Joe. One time, 11:03 to 1:03. And that's going to take care of our weather. Let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got a bunch of pictures. We're going to show pictures of this segment. So we're going to go from the woods to the water, back to the woods, and just throughout the Panhandle. But let's start off with this one right here. Does this look familiar? Now they're sort of advanced degree. They've got their education now, working on master's degree on how to get food out of the spreader. So he's up there adjusting the numbers and all. I believe this was Ken Paramore. I believe this one we had from yesterday. So there you go. All right, let's go jump to the water. My buddy Jarrell. Happy holidays to all from Jarrell. Cold weather puts an end to December fishing. He had 4 black drum, 6 reds, mini pompano, a stingray, a flounder, and a few whiting caught. Jarrell, retired Air Force, living out Callaway, retired Department of Defense, originally from Cincinnati. Look at that nice. And he really, right in the first part of December, those 2 weeks before the weather changed, he did real well. Jarrell was good about sending us pictures. And Jarrell, you better check on your buddies up there in Cincinnati, your high school buddies. They're going to be cold this weekend. Look at there. A lot of surf fishing. A lot of good pompano. He's a good fisherman. He's always good at sending us pictures. Good job, Terrell. All right, I thought you'd like this. Yeah, here's the name of this. I'm going to blow it up so you can read it. On the side of the boat. If you can read this, you're too close. And there's more and more of this now. People sort of getting close to you. But I thought that's a good way to do it. I've been in that situation before where I wish I had that on the side of my boat. Okay. Hey, I'm going to read this to you. This is an old sign, and it just says, "This old spot." It's nailed to a tree. I'm going to blow it up. Maybe you can read it. At this old spot, our dad and his 2 sons shot their very first bucks. Ted Sr. in 1958 got an 8-point. Chris in 1972 got a 8 or 6-point, and then Ted Jr. in 1979 got a 6-point. In that spot. So that's just cool to put that sign up and mark that. I thought that was cool. Look at the trees growing around the bottom there. Cool stuff. Okay, Bill Roxby. Merry Christmas, Panhandle Outdoors. Thank you guys so much for the picture videos and your stories. Backyard game camera. After hundreds of pictures, I finally found one for Christmas. And let's see. Let me blow it up right here. Is that not, that's like a little Christmas card. You got his tree out there and part of the pumpkin from Halloween, and then the deer come in. And that is a very good Christmas card from over there in South Walton. Thank you, Bill Roxby. Moving along, hey, Coach Chester, Mr. Levi, we'll call him Bubba, Levi Phillips, got this ringneck duck while hunting in Washington County on my first duck hunt of the year, was saying, and what a great time we had. Look at there, that's a good picture. Good job, Bubba. That was like fun. I miss duck hunting. This is a story I'm going to tell. David Bird and his wife Becky, they took their daughter Katie on her first quail hunt, okay, up in the Samara Plantation, that's in South Georgia. Great dogs, a lot of birds. So I'm going through a series of pictures here. Katie, one of my former students, and I know of folks, and they're just good outdoor people, good people. Here she is with her dad. And this is her first hunt. And here she is out in some classic quail pictures, quail hunting pictures. Look at the dog there. Look at there. Well, look, he's got pine needles. When he reached down and got the bird, he got pine needles and all. Okay, just happy. Look at there. I just thought this just showed a lot of joy and all from being in the outdoors. And there she is walking through the woods. And back there's a mom next to her there. And she's getting ready to shoot. She just graduated. This is part of her graduation present. She just graduated from nursing school, and she's going to be a nurse here locally. And we're proud for her. And you can tell, look at those pants. She's been out in the briars, got her pants all tore. Now here's her picture of it, but here's what she said. Spent the past 2 days in the Georgia Pines with the fam, and we had a blast. The first time I've ever been quail hunting, and I loved it. So thankful to have the best fam jam. And what a good little family trip right there. Good job. Jason Strickland sent this in with Tyler Wilkins up at a Bear Creek Hunt Club. They got this still hunting. Look at that. I know those boys. They're good hunters right there. They're here. That's a local buck. Okay, this is Will White. Okay, Eddie White. It's up in Bonifay. Hey, Coach, look at this big buck that my boy killed up there in Bonifay. Good job. That's a nice buck, nice local bucks. Good job, Will. This is the last one. This is Billy Grantham. Now, this sounds like Billy, okay? This is a cartridge in a bare tree. Let me let you read it. So, a cartridge in a bare tree. Okay? Thank you, Billy, for putting that together right there. All right. Okay, that takes care of our pictures, and y'all have been so good about sending a lot of pictures in, and what a way to end the year with some cool pictures like that. Good fishing and good quail hunting and some big bucks. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, this segment we're going to do reflections of the year 2022, and I just want to share some things with you, show highlights for the year. And last night putting this together, I just had a really good time and really driving down here. I couldn't wait to get on the show and share this with you. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed putting it together. This is, January comes around, we'll be starting our 18th year in Panhandle Outdoors. And Jeff's been here with us all the time, and Gail's been, our team, we're starting our 18th year. I had to go back and count because we started in 06, and we started that year doing it like this. So we did a little bit before that, but we'll count this. It's hard to believe myself. Now, when I put the show together, people ask the question, this is a little calendar I have. And you can see I do it manually. I write down the guests and everything like that. You see, December's been a pretty busy month, but all my months are pretty busy. This is how I write down the guests, and this is my planning calendar, okay? So I put that over here. And what I do, I'll scratch out some notes and all, and Gail copies the notes and makes me an outline. Like here's today's stuff, basically just like that, and she types it up, and I sort of fill it in. So here, okay, so right now I'm gonna show you, okay, look here. I'm going to pull out all of 2022. Here's January. Started on January the, our first day this year was January the 4th, on a Tuesday. So here's the year 2022 right here, okay? And I saved these. I don't know why. I've got from 206. I got them in boxes, plastic boxes. So I'm gonna put all of them. I'm retiring. That's 2022. So we're gonna put that over here. Maybe one day the National Archives might want to put that together. So now my notebook will be skinny again. Look at there. It's not as heavy. All right. So I wrote down some highlights. I wanted to share these with you. I'm not gonna get through. Well, we're gonna get through them somehow. Okay. And don't forget we gotta do a drawing today too. Okay. Here we go. I'm just I went through each page and just wrote down. Of course, I didn't write down. You know, we do 260 shows a year, so I didn't put 260 notes. But here's just some general impressions. Here's what I really, appreciated. What I really think is so good on our show. We have just such an awesome variety of things that we do, and we're able, which thankfully we can, because we don't want to do the same thing every day and bore everybody. So we just have a great variety. Okay, another thing, I have great viewer feedback, like those pictures from Jarrell and Eddie, and so many of y'all on a daily basis send us pictures, and then we're able to share them. And that goes a long way in making a show good, because every day is something fun. Now, another highlight this year, we're getting FWC back on. Travis Basford is now the public information officer. You know, we had Bobby Ramos driving all the way down from Crestview there in the beginning of the year. So we got FWC sort of back in good shape as far as sharing information with us, and Travis is going to start coming on the second Wednesday of the month. We're going to try to get him coming on. Enjoyed having Brock Meyer on. Brock is just one of these guys that moved down here, had a passion for fishing, learned how to fish. He has a little guide service now. He's constantly sending me pictures of good catches and all kind of, you know, bridge fishing, surf fishing, and kayak fishing. Enjoyed having Andy Cobb on with the Forest Service. They came on and shared a lot of stuff. I remember the quote Andy made. He said, "I don't have a job." He said, I love what I do, so it's not a job to me working out in the woods like I do. That just stuck with me, because a lot of y'all are the same way. I appreciate our fishing clubs here. The Bent Rod Fishing Club up there in the Funiac Springs, the Twisted Swivel, the Swivel Sisters up there, down there in Port St. Joe. We have a local club here. We haven't come on the show yet, but these folks did. Then had Chase Smith come on the show, Dr. Chase Smith, one of our former students who worked his way all the way up to, has a PhD through the outdoor ed route. So we appreciate him. He's a professor out there in Texas now. We had him on the show. It's fun being with him. The outdoor ed class, we were able to put another one in Franklin County. Those folks, we got together with them, and they're teaching outdoor education at Franklin County High School, from the superintendent, the teachers, and the staff. They're very excited about it. We appreciate them sharing that with the young people there. Mike Edwards, how about Mike Edwards still making those Panhandle Rattler homemade, handmade fishing lures? I'm telling y'all, you need to get some of those. Don't fish with them as a collector's item. You're not going to find very many people left that's making their own lures. Steve Shea always brings a lot of good information on. He's always sharing stuff with us. He comes on 2 to 3 times a year, at different times of the year. Right on June the 10th this past year, Mr. Buck Buchanan, from West Bay, he lives in Chipley now, up there next to his son. He turned 104 years old. Let me repeat that. Mr. Buck Buchanan turned 104 years old and doing good, working in the yard. Is that amazing? His history of knowledge of West Bay is I treasure that. It's just invaluable. Okay, also, this summer, we started scalloping, and Gal and I started checking on numbers. This past summer was our 50th consecutive summer scalloping in the St. Joe Bay. So that was fun. We're doing with friends a lot, and sometimes just the 2 of us go. I've never had a bad scalloping trip. Sometimes I haven't got as many as other times, but we welcome a new corporate sponsor, which is a big deal for a little rinky-dink show like this. Academy Sports came on, Mike Reynolds, and they were impressed with our show enough to come on and do some advertising. And I've certainly, they got a good store there, good folks, and they sponsor Students of the Month each month, and we'll get a gift certificate to them. So I appreciate Academy Sports and Outdoors. August the 31st, had a good little video. It's a little short video. We're up there in Tupelo and visiting, and Mason had gotten a new reel, and we're in the backyard to a little backyard pond they have, a little lake back there. He wanted to show me how the reel worked and how far he could cast it. And if you remember that video, he said, "Okay, watch this." He cast out and was reeling in, and a bass hit it in one cast. And we'll never forget that time. We just laughed and just took pictures and all. I turned the camera on, and one cast, one bass. I said, "That's pretty good record." And let's see, get one, 2 more. I'll finish the next segment. We had some good fishing trips, really enjoyable fishing trips with Jerry Forehand. We call it, every time I go with Jerry, we catch a lot of fish. Okay, we're going to take a break, come back, do a draw, and then finish up on our reflections. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's do our drawing right now. We'll get that done. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to draw for two weeks because we'll be off next week with our best of 22 shows. So we're going to draw 2 times. Okay. Now, there's the $20 gift certificate. Okay, and that winner is going to be Mason Simmet. Okay. Now, the second one, the breast snapper, is going to be Tracy Acock from Panama City Beach. Here for the next week, the $20 gift certificate is going to be Debbie Colmetz from Ponce de Leon. Come down to Debbie, get you some fresh seafood. And the second winner is going to be from Panama City, Leanne Salmons. Okay, Leanne Summers. Okay. All right, so there's our winner. Now, let's get back to finishing up our reflections. And like I said, I went through each page and I just enjoyed reflecting back on the year, and as we all should do, reflect back and just sort of. I just enjoy looking back at stuff like that, and look forward to doing stuff like that again. So here we go. A couple other things. Let's see. On the Gail and I went to our Seopa show in the fall up in southern West Virginia. That we're sort of rebranding Seopa. We're sort of dissolving that and going into another group, another name. But some of us still will be in there. Some folks are retiring them. But our goal is bringing more young people. It's going to be a communication group, outdoor communications, and it'll be more, just more variety and all. So we're looking forward to that as it changes over. We'll still have our trips and all and get to see some good outdoor people. So that's interesting. The wild game dinners at Highland Park Baptist and First Baptist downtown, both of those are just such good food and such good fellowship. How about having on Chuck Hatcher when he came on, head of the Florida State Park System, the head man coming down from Jackson County to be on the show. We appreciated that. Recently we did the cane syrup, Judge Brantley Clark and his family making that cane syrup. Got a lot of feedback on that. A lot of people enjoyed seeing that. The best year ever, Travis showed Panhandle Outdoor Shop. We had the best year. I want to thank Travis for doing such a good job, and a lot of folks did it. Now I'll put an asterisk by this. Last year, okay, on January 25th of this past year, the water temperature was 58.8. Okay, August 18th of this year, it was 88.2. Folks, the water temperature changed 30 degrees from January to August, and we talk about I do water temperature every day. We talk about it every day because it is so important in fishing, and that's why. And a lot of times you don't realize it moves that much, from down here up to here, and then in between. So that really dictates a lot of our good fishing times and all. So I want to share that with you. I have a lot of folks I want to thank. I want to thank Gail amazingly what she does for us and for me for the show. Just it's incredible. It really is. Thank Jeff Peck. He's been with us since day one. He's always dependable. He does all that stuff behind the scene, and we wouldn't have Panhandle Outdoors if it wouldn't be for Jeff Peck, and I appreciate everything he does, and we really depend on him. Also, the folks here at Fox 28, they're so good to us. Shauna and Donna are always supporting us, and just good folks. Of course, I want to thank Bill Allen and Greg and Bill Shields for coming on with Bill Allen a lot. Bill is always able to help. Billy Grantham coming down on a monthly basis, sharing things with us. Ken Paramore, Stan Kirkland, always part of the Panhandle Outdoors team. This coming year, we have a lot of exciting things. A lot of y'all talked about coming on the show. We want y'all to come on the show. Thanks to our advertisers. Thank our the crew that gets together. I didn't get to do a Christmas giveaway, but we're going to do one soon. But the advertisers are so good to us. And then finally, and most importantly, our viewers. We wouldn't be on the air if we didn't have viewers like y'all. And like I said, the feedback you give us and everything, it's just really, really special. And we really do appreciate y'all. And just, I left out this. We had Hunter Jen came on that day. Remember, gave us that little thing here. So many cool things we've had. So we're going to start wrapping things up. It's been a good year. I'm really looking forward to next year. And it's challenging at times, but it's so rewarding. I give thanks for the opportunity to come be on the show and share these good things with all of you. But as we're getting into Christmas is ending up this week, and Christmas is Sunday morning. 48 hours from now, I'll be waking up and getting ready to go. But let us not forget the reason for the season, the birth of Jesus, and what that brings us is hope, and hope brings us faith, and faith brings us love, and it's just such a good thing for all of us. So that's the reason for the season, and I know a lot of people will rejoice in that. We'll have some services and all on Christmas Eve, and we'll just look forward to that. Look forward to worshiping and thanking God for His gifts to all of us. And with that being said, I want to encourage you to, during the Christmas break, to get outdoors some. I wouldn't encourage this weekend. It's going to be really cold this weekend. But, sometime during Christmas break, get outside. And, like Ken Paramore said yesterday, he just started doing that bird watching and all that this year. It's never too late to start anything in the outdoors. So I would really encourage you. And also, if you have some resolutions, when we come back, we'll be back in about January 3rd, Jeff, or something like that, 4th. And we're going to go over our resolutions of what we want to get done in the year 2023. Is that amazing? So that's right around the corner. If you have any sort of cool ones you want to share with us, we'll put those in the air and say, John over here, he wants to go duck hunting in Saskatchewan or whatever, and or he wants to do some good things for his fellow man, or we want to get outdoor things going over here. So share those outdoor resolutions with us, and personal if you would like to. So gonna wrap it up for the year 2022. We appreciate y'all. I just feel like I got a lot of buddies out there, guy buddies and girl buddies, and I just feel like I'm talking to y'all every morning. So that's how I feel about it. Thank y'all. I wish y'all a very Merry Christmas. God bless y'all. Have a great Christmas break.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.